Alright, you know what it is. I've been doing this video thing for a minute. And the reason being really is living the experience. Just living the experience of life, running through all my emotions, experiencing all types of emotions, and experiencing the lifestyle of what's going on in society. And everybody has an opinion, and I do too. So mine today's particularly going to talk about women, from mothers to girlfriends to wives to side chicks to thoughts to hoes to bitches. Doesn't matter. Girlfriends, girl power. My first issue is discrimination, financial discrimination. It's just some things you can just see, and using your common sense and using all the experiences that you've been through life. And I guess that takes time. That takes, getting to a certain age before you reach common sense, really. There's no such thing, first of all, as women maturing faster than men. That don't fly. Okay? That's a lie. And this will be a woman's argument in doing something that she feels is right. But then because she doesn't use muscle, she used more of manipulation to be vulnerable, And I noticed this trend going around. It's no matter where I've turned to, whether it be in the workplace, whether you're born in it. Now, all of us haven't been raised the same way. There has not been a book that has been put out yet that tells you, first of all, how to mate, when to mate, how to build from pregnancy, and how to conceive. This is natural knowledge. This is natural state that has been transformed. I think they call it something else, though. When you break something down and redo it for your own purposes, just discard the natural habitat that surrounds it or that was on it in the first place. You just discard it and somehow become a population controller. Man, it's a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot, but it's almost so much that if America is a company, then let this be right here known. If America is a company, if the name is incorporated and it is owned by someone who has trademarked it, patented it, this goes out to you. This is an open public suing, and I can't control the financial stability of the people around me. Obviously, you can't control that. But what does make more sense, literally, is that the fact that we're using currency, we're using some type of dollar bill, some type of thing that controls the mental and physical instability of all of us around us. And some people have that type of control where it'll keep certain people, no matter how good, how bad you are, it doesn't matter. If there's a certain group of people who think alike that vibrates off of currency, then they're gonna put themselves as managers of humanity. They're the people who say this is what you do and this is what you don't do. The people who make up the law, in other words. Okay, so this is an understanding. Now, the only person I know, the only being that I know that can and is able to control that atmosphere and have that much control is a woman. I don't give a fuck how many men you put up into the plight, and we're focusing on them as icons and men who are the statue of our fucking men liberties. It was a woman behind her. Okay, it was a woman right beside him. She wasn't speaking on his behalf, and it kind of looked like he wasn't really speaking on her behalf either. That's why I really don't believe, this is another thing, that's why I don't believe in watching people, I'm single really, I'm with a woman, but we don't know. Right now it's all about get mine, so to speak, getting mine. Getting what is owed to me, because I know that I put out quality work. I put out good shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed with it. Just like there's others that's blessed with it. But we've been put in situations where felony is following our carbon footprint. You feel what I'm saying? It's actually following us. Like it becomes a rumor so strong and so tense till people make it true and real. Like a felony, somebody made that shit up and just said it's a law. And it affects 80% of black men and 69% that's incarcerated and come out 50% felonies. That's amazing. And that's also a scheme, and it's also a plan, and it's also an agenda, and it was thought of before it happened, and it was done in generational spurts. I see this shit wide ass open. I have a problem with a black woman expressing herself, talking about we got it bad, we always had it bad, and we this and we're that, like we're the backbone of America. And my counter argument with that shit is, why the fuck do we have so many wars then? If you controlling shit, why is the TV so fucked up? Why is entertainment so fucked up down there? Now why is the music is turned up? Like, how can you? Guys, just more issues and just more issues. I'm gonna ramble until you really understand where I'm coming from and understand in this situation change. Like this video should change some shit, and it will change some shit. No doubt, it will change some shit. And I, Cedric Von Mims, the name that was given to me by a woman, Okay, I am suing y'all asses for discrimination. And let's go for the white women. Death by deception. You just run into this place and my melanin is damn near out of place. Like you remove the seed from where it originated, didn't allow it to just grow on its own, because as being a felon you can't fly, you damn near can drive, you can't get rental or land. Like, just putting that shit on somebody and putting it in a system where the system follows you every fuck where you go. And there are people on the other end, like there are other motherfuckers on the other end, other beings on the other end guarding it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that shit crazy. Like, I did security when my first damn job, my first official job was being a security guard, and I got licensed for weaponry. I got to see and be in places that people ain't normally there, only certain people that are there. And that's what I'm guarding. You know what I'm saying? And I've just started recently eating vegetables and shit. No meat, no meat at all. And then you got some of these women, the thoughts, who eat anything and they body look erect. Like, they look sexy, wrecked up. Like, they took a hoopty, you know what I'm saying? They took a hoopty and put a paint job on it and threw some rims on it and put some beat in it. That's what she looked like. So, thoughts, most of them. And then it's just a lot of shit. It's a lot of motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And this shit, I expect, first of all, to be respected as a black man who's in a world that has built laws around him in order for him to fail. Like, 50% of us in jail, in prison. 69% of us got fucking felonies. Think about that. And black women ain't doing shit about it. They're being most of the cause of it. As a fuck, it ain't most of it. It is why. Because when I was there, the last time I was there, I was like, wow, let me talk to some people. Why are you here? What happened? I don't want to know what was your crime. I want to know, what was you doing it for? Why were you doing it? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them, all of them, including myself, was in there because of the reason of trying to accommodate a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it be a nigga coming out the strip club and he got pulled over, no matter if it was, it don't matter. You going to work, you coming home, you paying all the bills. You're doing it to accommodate a woman. And this is the problem, okay? Is where you have white rich women that has used their husbands up. For what reason? Is to be accommodated. And then they build this system called women's liberation in order to walk away and be with each other, possibly. Think about this. But the fact is, when this starts trickling, now you have women that are living in the projects trying to use the same system. And there's not much money at the bottom of the system. If a brother is working 40 hours a day for $10 an hour in the apartment or the living space is being rented out for $700, you gotta add that shit up for the month. He's not making almost hardly that much, but what is the woman doing? What is she doing? You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen a black woman's protest for black men freedom yet. And it's sad. Straight up, it's sad. You got a whole bunch, you got faggot protests. Now you got COVID protesting. You got all these different type of protests, but nobody, no black woman, no black council. I haven't seen it. I heard it yet, and I've been watching. I've been listening out on the streets, and I'm not really that much on the fucking streets. Why? Because I might get picked the fuck up. Hell to the no. And that's what happens. They don't make it safe for us. And then okay, so let me run down this right quick. And this is my experience, my mother, okay? My mother felt like the way she could teach me is through pain, okay? Just through pain. And we're not talking about putting fluffy words on this shit. We're talking about through pain. The same pain that was presented to us through our history of slavery, being whipped. She took that and tried to use that as a tool, thinking that this was going to train me to do who knows what. Because there was no instructions given. There was no class in session. It was just her doing her independence. This is a black woman. I'm not looking at her as my mother anymore. I'm looking at her as a black woman. You know, and then so many things that were put inside my mental, making me think I wasn't shit, making me disoriented, confused. And there was one thing she kept saying all the time: you don't understand. You don't understand. It's like somebody cursing you. It's like a witch cursing you, telling you don't understand, and you say it so much that guess what? You don't understand. Because you don't want them to understand. She didn't want me to understand. Because had she did want me to understand, then guess what? She would have set me down. She would have talked to me in a serious manner, heart to heart, and explained to me how the fuck this world works and the women in it. No stories. And she expected me to not be here. She expected me not to be here. She expected me not to be doing this video. She expected me not to be doing great. This is how my experience as being a child in this world with that type of parent, it brought me here. Okay, now, women in general, you know, when I started understanding that I was getting attention from, you know, women, and I didn't know why. I had no clue that I was supposed to set myself up for this attention because it was coming anyway, but I just needed to set myself up in a comfortable situation where I, myself as a man, I get to, you know, hold on, wait a minute, stop, start throwing some questions. Woo! No, it did not happen. It did not happen. I kept getting took in, sucked in. I kept getting sucked the fuck in. Because whatever I wasn't getting from my mother, I was getting from them. And that was, oh, you're so handsome. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so talented. Oh, you know, that positive attention. I got that positive attention just by being me, period. You know what I'm saying? Just by being myself, my universal self. Had I gained the earthly world teachings, like counting and reading and measuring, all this stuff that's dealing with numbers and alphabet and English language, you know, all this shit that had to be taught throughout your years. It's like, even with that, you know, education, total discrimination. It's like that shit was, it it comes into the discrimination. Like, my mom, hey, she had her favorite, okay? And whatever she put out into the family, oh my God. We talking about gossip, motherfucking gossip. So much gossip and untruth shit. So many lies, so many this and that. That shit was just total discrimination. And let me tell you something. I went to a lawyer. I called a lawyer, you know, and I couldn't really get no answer from the first lawyer, but they referred me to another lawyer, and he called me, okay? And we had a conversation about my rights. You know, my first question was, you know, me being the age that I am, and the unpaid, supposed to be child support, you know, where does that go? Where does that go? Okay? And how come I don't have it? And now I'm paying child support. Like, it's a double whammy. Catch 22. You feel what I'm saying? I'm owed child support, and I owe child support at the same time. How the fuck does this happen to a black man? And then it's a lot of us that don't even realize it. We walking out and don't even realize it. Ain't even thought about it. Why? Because our mothers ain't even brought that shit up, and they keep up with shit like this. You know, and that's almost like, damn, I wonder if we gonna find out. That's what it's saying like now, because that shit is so fucked up. Mentally, you so mentally messed up you don't even know it. You trying to figure shit out. So as a black man, we gotta try to deal drugs, steal shit, a lot of shit that goes against our natural. Well, it's our natural abilities, but it's used wrong in the world. You know what I'm saying? The world don't see it as a natural ability. They see it as this goes against this law that we set because it fits better for us. Because you can't do what we did. You know, we close the door on your ass. You know, we've already stole, we've already killed, we've already plundered. But that goes back to say, you know, now it's a different game. It's a totally different game now. From this last relationship, you know, still not being guided by mom, still haven't heard from her. She don't call at all. There's no attention, no possibility of correcting, you know, misunderstandings or misunderstood situation of things in our lives. Like, she had me at 14. She had me at 14, January 4th, Atlanta, Georgia, at Grady, in the projects. So I was born in the projects. I damn near grew up through the projects. She worked for the Atlanta Housing Authority, giving all this shit out. Because I feel as though I now have to speak out for majority of the black men out there who are in this situation, and they really need to sue for discrimination and theft by deception. They really do. You need to put your comment down. You know, if it's real, this is real. And all this shit really brought to me, I'm watching television and I'm like, God damn. I usually don't watch, but I just happened to turn it on because I wanted to hear some noise, I guess, instead of some music at the time. So there was a whole bunch of noise going on out here in it, you know, in this, whatever this shit is, plight, you know. But it brought to my attention that war has just, it's like it's a never ending thing. And it seems like it's never ending because obviously somebody want to keep war going. And it just dawned on me like, God damn, I'm in it. And I didn't even realize the concept, the concept of it. Like, this is war. This is war. Like, fuck, this is war. Where is it coming from? It's coming from women. War is coming from women. And I'm realizing as we go by, and you can hear the noise in the background, that shit I'm talking about right now. As I'm realizing, I'm like, you know, they put on their war makeup, they put on their war, you know, shoes. Everything is about them. It's warlike. And it's hypnotizing because we are taught that it's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my God, it's beautiful. And that is the hypnotizing part that gets you fucked up mentally if you're not aware, if you're not, you know, because listen, my emotions from the start was taken apart. Just taken apart from my mother, you know, conflicting pain as punishment and then isolation. And doing that so long, you know what I'm saying, that took a toll, and it also refined me in artistry. It refined me in the focus of artistry. I didn't read as much as I drew, because I drew a lot. I drew so much, I drew on the walls. You know what I'm saying? And that refined me into visual art. So, you know, God doesn't make, or the universe don't make junk. God and the universe work hand in hand to build characters, to help out with the pleasure of others. You know what I'm saying? Being of service of others. Telling people the truth as much as you can. Stand in the truth. Stand in your word. You know, like living by your word. A lot of people try to conceal the fact that your words mean everything. You feel what I'm saying? Your words mean everything. And what you say is what other people live by. Pick up a book, watch television, you listen to me, I listen to you. We're living by the words. That's what make up the world. That's what the world is. Nothing but a word, spiritual thing going on. Everybody living off each other's word. And so if you're good and crafty at these words, that's why hip hop is so popular now, because the craftiness of using the words and what they make and how they affect others. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, but it still boils down to how women think and what women are doing to contribute to this. Let's go back to hip hop, when hip hop first started. Like, no, not when it first started, when it got into the cocaine years, when, you know, women started dancing in videos, okay? And now, first of all, you didn't have to be there. Okay, let's get that straight. This goes for Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and all that shit. You did not have to be there. You made the choice, and you know, it's women. If you mature so fucking faster than men, how can you let a dumb person rape you? And how can you not know about other women? Do you know who he is? Okay, let me calm down. So, the discrimination is too much the law supporting them, and then we being raised by them. This is total discrimination, and it needs to be fucking broke up. There needs, first of all, I'm speaking for myself and others. The one thing is, eliminate that felony shit. Ronald Reagan was wrong for doing that shit, and the woman behind him knew what the fuck she was doing. Eliminate that shit. Second, okay, it ain't gonna take much. Eliminate currency. Eliminate that shit. There's a system in place now where everybody can share shit. Everybody can share. And it's enough to share. It's enough land to share, to plot on, and build off of. It's enough. 3. See that? 3. Education should be geared towards parenting, knowing how to parent. Okay, from being born to going into understanding, overstanding, abilities, overstanding again, and then plight. It ain't that hard. All these formulas, thou for out thou shit, all that shit, my God, we reliving somebody else's shit and not preparing for our own shit. Think about that. Think about that. This is the educational system that I went through, and I dropped out because I was not getting it. I did not catch it. And then when I finally caught it and got the understanding of, then you hear this a lot through a lot of college people. A lot of college people say, damn, they teach us a lot of shit that we don't even use. And it's motherfucking true. They don't teach us certain things to develop and hone our skills on better living for each other. And that's what causes people to go criming, breaking the law from something that has already been done. My God, come on, man. That's 3. The teaching. And it's not that hard. We don't need the Bible for that. That Bible fucking everybody up. It done fucked everybody up. If anything, that Bible has made a lot of fucking money for a lot of families. And that's serious. But the days of the Bible is gone because the laptop is here. And that's the Bible now. For now. But women are able to use that more efficiently than men. We're builders. And you damn near have to turn into a gay man to come down to that level of understanding of how to use this shit. Like, you have to get in the place of a woman. And a lot of us have escaped to that place. I guess just to live throughout this life, just to see what happens. And that shit is fucked up in itself too. That's fucked up. There's a war on straight people now. There's a war on straight people. How the fuck can there be such a thing as a war on straight people? And then you got the war on broke black men, and then you got the war on homeless men. Then you got the war on felony men. Then you got it's so many goddamn wars, man, that women have created for us. I have pleaded my case on this video. And whoever sees this shit, pass that shit. Like a joint. Pass that shit. Herb, it's a herb. You can pull it off the fucking dirt. I don't get it. It's a peace pipe. It brings peace, calmness, helps you sleep. In turn, it helps your body reproduce itself. When you sleep out, really rest, not die, but rest, like be in between. You gotta really understand that slows down your age. Yeah, it slows down your age. Okay, because not only is your body preserving itself, yo, hear me. Not only is your body preserving itself, you have no sense of time. You can't tell time sleep. and your body ain't paying attention to it because it has dropped out of time. Stop playing. Now, I know a little bit. I've gained wisdom throughout this life in dealing with a lot of women, okay? And every woman that I've been with so far has had issues and problems, okay? And I don't mean issues and problems. I mean, they have been trained to think a certain way about black men, the level of a black man. Like, he should have everything a white man has and more. That's what he should, to make him qualified to be useful for me. And having kids and building a home, this is the level now, because we have been built in a white man's or white woman's world. This is white women's standard. And black women now are transformed into that. And this is crazy because look at the hair now. The hair, they don't even focus on their hair, their own natural hair. It's weird as fuck. Okay? It's weird. This shit is fucking. Why you gotta be weird on me? Why you look weird? Why you look like you in a circus? Like, that circus stuff. But no, seriously, if for real, it's too much. It's going overboard, and nobody's worried about our state, our being, and we're being affected by it. Like, nigga, I want my passport, or just stop passports at all. Period. Let people fucking move around, because that's what causes riots. Why should you be fragmented into thinking you from this block and you're gonna rep this block when it's a whole big ass world out there that you ain't even seen yet? And it's like that energy, that spirit is so powerful. And I'm gonna tell you how powerful it gets. And it transfers. You know how it transfers? It transfers through radio waves. When you go into a city, in every city you go into, you're gonna see the same scenario in that city. You're gonna see the same scenario. And once you see that same scenario, you're gonna be like, damn, this looks just like back at home, where I'm from. And you wonder why. Or you don't wonder why. You just don't even think about it anymore. But that spirit is so powerful. It's transferred through radio waves from one antenna to the other antenna. And as long as there's a human being next to it to transfer it to other human beings, then it's a weak message. This one powerful message right here. And I need, my women to know that we need free living. We need to redo education. Where you going, where you black women are going, are killing us, literally. Where you black women are trying to reach the plight of looking like a white woman, turning your head into this dead hair. Like, their hair is already dead. That's why it's so discolored. And no offense, but you gotta look at your white people. Come on. Look at this. We're different. Shit. I have nappy hair. Like, my hair is nappy. And yours is so straight. I mean, God, that's a difference. Okay? And you can't stand the sun that long. Not long as me. Okay, now, but seriously. Think about this. This is something to be noticed. So, I'm trying to get mine. I'm looking at a Corvette, Jeep, a big ass house, something I could bring my family in to make me feel whole. And back some of you bitches up. Because I can't see no more weave. can't see no more caked on makeup every day. I mean, that's like saying, I get to be a felony for the rest of my life, or you make it difficult for me to live throughout the rest of my life. Keep me disoriented, lack of knowledge, and I'm still here. And you get to go out there and parade in some shit that's killing you. It's not making sense. It's not making sense at all. So I'm gonna have more messages possibly, and then again, I really don't, it's an every now and then thing. Fuck it. I'm not no superstar. I ain't trying to be no motherfucking superstar. I'm not trying to be none of that famous bullcrap. The whole point is to get the message out. Things need to change. They need to change. They need to change today. Like, as soon as I hit this motherfucking button on this